If you need new vocabulary for your blues solos, especially going from measures 7 through 9, check out this lick from Dexter Gordon. I'm going to show you how to play that lick right now and show you how you can start the process of playing what you hear in your head. Let's get to it. Hi, I'm Donna from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, the site to bring your playing and improvisation to that next level. And if you want more tips like these, and if you want more licks to sound like a pro, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell to get notified when new videos are out. This particular lick comes from Dexter Gordon's version of Blue Monk from the album Dexter Plays the Blues. Now this is just one of many great pieces of vocabulary that he plays in this song. And this version of Blue Monk, by the way, is in concert F. So for alto players, that's your key of D. Tenor and B-flat instruments, that's your key of G. Now it's also commonly performed in concert B-flat. So once you learn the tune and lick in the key of F, also learn it in B-flat as well. Let's first talk about the form. The form is a jazz blues. So let me show you what that means. All right, so most blues forms are 12 bars. This one is a jazz blues because it has a few more chords than your typical basic blues, which usually consists of, a 1 chord, a 4 chord, and a 5 chord, and they're all dominant 7th chords. Now the lick I played before in the video, which I'll put the link in the description, happens around 2 minutes in, and it's over this 1 chord over here. I mentioned it was measures 7, 8, and then 9. So it happens around here over this 1 chord, the 1 chord continues, and then this is a dominant 6-7 chord, a dominant 6-7 chord, and then it goes to the minor 2 chord over here. This is what these chords sound like. So here's the F7. Here's the D7. Here's the G minor 7. Okay, just to get those sounds in your ears. Now, I chose this lick because sometimes going from measures 7 to 8 to 9 can be a problem, especially if you've got that dominant 6-7 chord in there. It almost feels like it comes from nowhere, but its function really is to just move us to the minor 2 chord, okay? So in your own solos, what you may want to think about doing is, of course, working on this chord, but highlighting that the third of this chord, resolving either to the 7th, right? So in here, the F sharp to the F, the sound. Could you resolve the F sharp up to the root G? Yeah, you can. Just don't do it all the time, okay? But you may want to highlight that, or you may want to highlight this 7th over here, the C natural, resolving to the 3rd B flat over here. Okay. Now, what's interesting, the line that I'm doing for this video, he didn't highlight those notes in this particular chorus. What he does is really cool. Actually, I'm going to show you this in a minute. And there's, what he does is use something called descending motion, and you're going to see that in a second. All right, so let me have you hear the lick again. Here's that tip for being able to play what you hear in your head. Now, this is a process I've been using in various forms for over 40 years now. God. When I was learning classical trumpet concertos, I refined it after discovering Dr. Edwin Gordon and his music learning theory, of which I became certified in teaching that around 20 years ago or so. The best way to learn vocabulary for whatever style of music you like is by listening to it a million times until you can sing it without the recording on. Don't just put the horn in your mouth or bring your instrument up and try to figure it out as you're first listening to it. Trust me, you'll never remember it. I know, I've tried that. And you're not really listening, you're reacting, all right? Then after that, after you can sing it without the recording, next step, figure it out on your instrument based on how well you heard it. Now listen, when you first do this, you're going to be all over the place. It's not going to be as accurate, and that's okay, because it's only going to get better and better the more you do this. All right, let's get back to this lick. So let me play the lick again, and for those of you that want to build that skill of playing what you hear in your head, I'm going to suggest that you pause the video after you hear it and go through the steps that I mentioned. For everyone else, we're going to actually look at what Dexter played a little more deeply, in the sense that I'm going to kind of change the way I'm teaching this for my YouTube videos based on some pretty good feedback I recently received from a viewer like you. So thanks. Let's get to it. Okay, let's actually look at that lick. Let's actually see what's going on now. And I'm going to, really dive into this over here. All right, so this is measure 7. So it's outlining, what he's doing is he's outlining the notes from this F7 chord throughout the measure and a half that it happens. Right? We've got the F, A, C, and then E flat over here, back to the A, right there. All those, except for this one, this is on an upbeat, they're all falling on strong beats over here. Well, actually, no, I take that back. This is falling on a strong beat. This is on an upbeat. The A continues on here. This is actually the 6th of the chord. That's fine. It's 13. That sounds fine. This is the 7th. Here's the 3rd again. So again, he's really just outlining the chord. Whoops. Okay, now he's anticipating the D. He is actually playing the root of this chord. Some people will say, never play the roots of chords. Sometimes you will. It's not a problem. You just don't want to do it all the time. Now, the reason why this sounds really good, check it out. He's really going from this E flat to the D. He's going from the 7th of this chord to the root. Yes, there's an A in here. Okay, nice big jump over here. Creates a little bit of tension. All right, but really the line is going down from the E flat to the D. And then the line continues down over here, C, B flat. Okay, so what he's doing, he's playing the root and then the 7th, and that line keeps going down to the 3rd of the G minor chord. That's really nice voice leading right there. It really is. Now, in order to create more tension, what he's doing, first of all, you got a little bit of a jump over here. Everything else is pretty close together. Little skips here and there, nothing big, right? Little bit of a jump over here, all right? But the line is still going down, down, and then, oh, huge jump over here, up a 9th, okay? B flat up to the C. That definitely creates tension right there, all right? This is in the minor 2 chord. That definitely creates tension. Now check this out. In terms of chord tones here, this is the 3rd. That is not. That is the 11th. Okay, it's on an upbeat. Then we go back to the 3rd, up an octave from before, and then this is the 9th. So this measure, while it has the 3rd, it has extensions. It's got the 11th and the 9th. And that's what creates some nice tension over here. Okay, it sounds like it's unresolved. That's better. All right, so it's like that A just really sticks out, but that's good because again, in your solos, you do want a little bit of tension, okay? So you can release it later on. So this is the lick right over here. This is what I've been playing. One more point I wanted to also talk about that Dexter Gordon does quite frequently in his solos. He tends to lay back a little bit, and you've probably seen it in scores and stuff, and like, what does that mean? It means, well, he's got incredible sense of timing, so much so that he can play around this area and even to this concert E flat over here, not be totally on the beat. Okay, he'll be a little bit behind. It's like so little, but you feel it. You feel that it's behind. You almost feel like there's something wrong. It's not. He's playing around with the time. Okay, so this is a pinch slower, this is a pinch slower, and then he's back in time in the pocket. That's what we say, in the pocket, as he continues on. So that's one more little thing that I wanted to just point out, that that is really cool when it comes to this solo. At this point, you've heard it enough times, and there's a lot more things that you're going to want to listen to in order to remember and retain this lick. I cover that extensively in my 3-step proven PAC system that's part of my Improvisation Made Easy course. I'll put the link for that course in the description below. Here's the entire lick that goes from measures 7 through 9 of the jazz blues, going through the 1 chord, the dominant 6 chord, and the minor 2 chord. I'm going to play it 3 times in a row with 4 little metronome clicks in between. All right, so right now, pause the video, try to sing it back, and try to figure it out on your instrument. When you figure out these little pieces of vocabulary by ear, it really gets internalized. And after you played it often enough, it can become part of your own vocabulary. Now, I do have many other videos on learning licks from Dexter Gordon, Miles Davis, David Sanborn, Maceo Parker, Chet Baker, Candy Dulfer, and probably a few others. And when you become a patron and support my YouTube channel, thank you so much, you get access to PDFs and backing tracks at different speeds of these lessons, plus dozens of more lessons, along with videos on practicing and mindset. Just go to patreon.com/DonnaSchwartzMusic for more info. Hey, let me know how you did with this lick in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining me. On that note, take care. Have a great day.